The art critic at the gallery trashed my favorite painting for 20 minutes. I painted it. I was standing in the corner of the Meridian Gallery, nursing a glass of cheap white wine and trying to blend into the crowd at my own opening reception. My latest series, Urban Solitude, hung on the pristine white walls around me. 5 years of work finally seeing the light after countless rejections. The gallery owner, Patricia Langford, had taken a chance on an unknown artist, and I was grateful enough to let her handle all the publicity while I stayed anonymous in the background. I'd worn my most generic outfit, black jeans, black blazer, minimal makeup, hoping to observe genuine reactions to my work without the filter of knowing they were talking to the artist. Most people moved through the space politely, wine glasses in hand, making the sort of pleasant but meaningless comments you hear at every art opening. That was fine by me. I just wanted to see if my paintings could speak for themselves without my name attached to them. The centerpiece of the exhibition was a large canvas I'd titled Waiting for the 6:15, a oil painting of a woman sitting alone in a subway station at rush hour. I'd painted it after spending weeks riding public transit, sketching commuters who looked lost in their own thoughts, despite being surrounded by hundreds of other people. The woman in the painting had appeared one evening in December, elegant in a worn coat, checking her phone while crowds streamed past her like water around a stone. I'd captured that moment of urban isolation, the way city life could make you feel invisible, even in plain sight. The painting had taken me 8 months to complete, working and reworking the light, the shadows, the expression on her face until I felt I'd gotten it exactly right. It represented everything I was trying to say about modern loneliness and connection, and seeing it properly lit in a professional gallery space made my chest tight with something between pride and terror. A woman with perfectly styled gray hair and expensive jewelry positioned herself directly in front of Waiting for the 6:15, studying it with the intense focus of someone who clearly knew art. She was probably in her 60s, wearing a cream-colored suit that screamed money and taste, with a young man in his 20s hovering beside her with a notebook and pen. The setup immediately identified her as someone important in the art world, probably a critic or collector, with the young man as her assistant or intern. I moved closer, pretending to examine a smaller painting while straining to hear their conversation. The woman's voice carried the authority of someone accustomed to having her opinions taken seriously, and I found myself holding my breath as she began to speak. This could be the review that launched my career or destroyed it before it even started. And she had no idea the artist was standing 6 feet away from her. The woman, whose nameplate I could now see read, Victoria Whitfield, began what could only be described as a systematic demolition of my painting. Her voice was crisp and confident as she pointed to different areas of the canvas, explaining to her assistant why each element demonstrated the artist's fundamental misunderstanding of composition, color theory, and emotional resonance. She described the subway setting as derivative urban realism that's been done to death, calling the lighting amateurish chiaroscuro that failed to create genuine atmosphere. According to Victoria, the woman's expression was melodramatic rather than genuinely melancholic, and the overall composition lacked the sophistication needed to elevate the mundane subject matter into something meaningful. She spoke with such